Hello and welcome back to your mat and welcome to today's practice. I am filming from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan and behind me is Lake Superior, so you'll hear those waves crashing. And I thought this would be a good opportunity to do a class that's all about some kind of flowing like the water. So we're just gonna kind of move in those kind of wave-like movements for today's class. So we're gonna get started. You can either stay seated like this or I'm gonna sit up on my heels and we're just gonna do some seated cat-cows. The sun's kind of coming at me, so I'm going to put my sunglasses on for this. But we're just going to do seated cat-cows, either from a seated position or sitting on your heels. Just going to inhale and arch your back, look up, and exhale and round in. So just kind of like waves moving and crashing on the shore. We're just going to have a lot of movements today. They're going to remind us of waves and water. And hopefully a nice backdrop for you guys to enjoy while doing your yoga practice. I can tell you doing yoga here is wonderful. So keep going at your own pace. Inhale, arching and exhaling and rounding in. I did yoga here this morning and it was just wonderful. The weather here is wonderful. It's not too hot, not too buggy. It's just beautiful. And then come back to neutral here. And then we are going to come to a seat here. So go cross-legged. I've got right shin in front of left to start with. And I forgot to mention, you might need a couple of blocks for one of the poses we're going to do later. So if you have those, grab those. I'm sorry I didn't mention that earlier, but you might need those. And now we're just going to do some little side bends here. So I'm just going to bring my right arm out to the side and left arm up and over. And more of a flowing motion here. So then we're going to come down, left arm down, right arm up overhead. We're just going to flow between these two sides. So again, very much like the flow of water, the flow of the waves. I was much inspired by being here. So I wanted to do a class that is that flowing movement. So we're just gonna go side to side, a few more rounds at your own pace. Really breathing here and taking this in, wherever you may be, whether you're outside, whether you're near a body of water, whether you're inside. Doesn't really matter. You can always transport yourself to wherever you'd like to be in your mind. One more each direction. And then come back to neutral there. And then I'm going to move my blocks out of the way here to the sides. You might need those for some later poses we're going to do here. For now, we're going to come into downward dog and we're going to roll forward into a plank. So I'll show you what that looks like. But we're gonna, again, in a wave-like motion. So we're gonna come into downward facing dog. Pedal at your feet. Tuck my shirt. Go ahead and pedal at your feet. Get into your down dog there. And then what we're gonna do is we're going to, instead of just coming straight forward, we're gonna kind of roll forward into our plank. You can always drop your knees and then come back into your downward facing dog. So we'll do that for a few rounds. Rolling forward into plank, looking forward, holding it briefly, and right back to downward dog. Inhale, roll forward into plank. Exhale, back to down dog. Once more, roll into that plank, and exhale back to down dog. And here we're going to step that right foot forward and come into a high lunge. Grab those blocks and have those, I'm going to have mine on the higher height here. Or attempt to if they don't fall over on the beach here. I'm gonna fix my mic. Okay, and from here, gonna come into a nice high lunge. Catch your balance there. I am on a very uneven surface, so this is fun. And from here, you're just gonna bring your hands down to your blocks and we're gonna now move into a pyramid pose. So now I'm straightening that right foot and I'm bending forward over that right foot. And then just like waves in your own little way, in your own little rhythm here. Come back up to your crescent lunge. And then exhale back into your pyramid pose. So we're going to run through those for a few rounds at your own pace. And you can leave your hands down if you like. You can bring them up overhead, whatever feels good today. And then exhale back into your pyramid. Inhale back into your high lunge. Exhale, folding forward, riding the waves, so to speak. Let's do one more here. And exhale into your pyramid. Then we're gonna simply step forward and switch the legs. So we're gonna bring that right leg back and come into that high crescent lunge. Once again, get your stable stance there, look forward, and then straighten that front leg and fold forward over into your pyramid. Roll back up, come back into your crescent. This is a very wobbly surface for me. It's making it a little extra balance challenge. And exhale and fold over again. And again at your own pace. So go a few more rounds here on your own. Exhale and rolling and coming forward over that front leg. Just moving with the rhythm of our breath, the rhythm of the waves, the rhythm of nature. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, folding forward over that front leg. Let's go once more. Come into that high lunge. Look out in front of you. And exhale and fold forward over that front leg. And then from here, go ahead and move the blocks out of your way. You don't need those anymore. And we're going to turn to the long edge of our mat. And my microphone does not want to stay steady today. Let's try that again. From here, we're just going to come into it's called skater pose, but we're going to keep our hands low and almost as if you are grazing the mat here. So you're going to come into a low, you're a skater here. I've got my left leg bent, and then you're going to come across, keeping the hands low, and now my right leg is bent and the left leg is straight. So back and forth as if you were brushing the mat from side to side here. And again, go at your own pace, your own rhythm. Just opening up here. My heel, when I do have my bent leg, my heel is off the ground. Yours may stay down or it may come up. You just see what works best for your body. Again, just painting brush strokes across your mat as you move from side to side. We'll do a few more rounds. Just getting your own little rhythm here, your own little meditative rhythm. And hopefully the waves in the background are giving you a little added bonus of meditative rhythm going there. Once more each side, go into the right. Paint it over to the left. And then from here, we're going to do a little balance challenge, but we're going to come seated. So this is called boat pose. I thought this would be appropriate for where we're at. I'm going to do a little boat pose. So you can start out, I'm going to show you a couple different variations or options here, and we'll come into the full one if you'd like to. So go where you want to. You're going to sit up on your sit bones here. And then we're going to bring one leg up. You can have your hands behind you for this first part and the second leg up. And you can stay here. This is a good challenge. Or you can add one arm and the second arm. And we're balancing on those sit bones wherever you may be, whether you're here, whether you're here. Breathe and look out in front of you. Hold it. And then exhale and come all the way back. Give yourself a nice little squeeze there, a nice hug. Hug in. And just for a little bonus, let's do that one more time. So decide which variation you want to do. You can either have your hands back, lift one leg, lift the other leg. You can stay here, hold that, or add the arms. Balance there on your sit bones. Breathing, your body is like a V between your legs and your chest and your torso. Breathe in, exhale, hug it in. It's nice to give ourselves a little challenge. And then from here, we're just gonna lie back onto the mat. And we're just gonna do what's called windshield wiping the legs from side to side. So I'm gonna have my feet about mat width apart. And all you're gonna do is drop both knees over to the right, bring them back up, drop them over to the left. Back and forth in that manner. So if you have the wider stance here, that's gonna make this a little easier and more accessible versus having your feet closer together. So just windshield wiper back and forth. Again, thinking about those waves. This is like the waves coming in and going out. And I can tell you, I'm one of those people that I could sit down here by this water all day long and listen to the waves. That is my happy place. You can even add the arms in if you want, just to get a little more creative. You could swing them from one side to the other. Make this practice your own. Go with what feels good. Short and sweet, but oh, so effective. And then from here, we're just gonna come into happy baby. So happy baby could look like just grabbing your knees in. It could mean grabbing your shins or near your ankles, or it could be grabbing the soles of your feet. Whatever's gonna work for you. I'm just gonna grab my shins. And then from here, we're just gonna rock from side to side. Again, a lot like the waves. And I'm kind of gonna fall over because I'm at a bit of an angle here. So that'll make for fun on the video. So I'm not gonna rock quite as much since my surface is not flat. Hopefully yours is a bit more flat. You could also, alternatively, if you don't like happy baby, you could bring the soles of your feet together and still rock, or just stay still. Got options here. Whatever you decide to choose, just stay there and breathe for a couple of rounds. And we're just gonna listen to the sounds of the waves for just a moment. Another inhale. Exhale and drop everything onto the mat. And I want you to take this moment before you just jump up off your mat. Just stay here, lie here in your version of Shavasana, whether on your back, on your side, on your belly. If you do prefer to come up and have a seated meditation, you could come up to a seat. I'm gonna come up to a seat, but I'd like you to stay in whatever configuration you've decided to pick. So lying down, seated. We're just gonna stay here for 1 minute, have some silence. You can close your eyes if you like. For those of you that have more time, please stay where you are, ignore my cues. For the rest of you that need to get on with your day, I want you to do that slowly, mindfully, with an intention. I want you to hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a good squeeze. Roll over to one side or the other. Bring yourself back up carefully, gently, reintegrating yourself into your day. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this class. I hope that you enjoyed the backdrop of the lovely Lake Superior and all of her beauty and wave action. Thank you, and until next time.